Apple Card is the credit card created by Apple. You earn 3% daily cash back up front when you use it to buy a new iPhone 15, AirPods, or any products at Apple. And you can automatically grow your daily cash at 4.15% annual percentage yield when you open a high-yield savings account. Apply for Apple Card in the Wallet app on iPhone. Apple Card subject to credit approval. Savings is available to Apple Card owners subject to eligibility. Savings accounts by Goldman Sachs Bank USA, member FDIC. Terms apply.
Hey, you got any gum?
Yeah, check my backpack.
What's this?
Oh, that's naloxone. It can reverse an opioid overdose. I decided to always keep it on me after my friend almost died. It saved his life.
Oh, wow. I'm so sorry. That makes me want to have it with me, too.
You totally should. Check the pharmacy. It was actually really easy to get, and it's easy to use.
I definitely will. Thanks.
Naloxone saves lives. Learn more at cdc.gov/stop-overdose.
Hello and welcome to the Paddock and the Pavilion with Stephen Wallace. In each show, Stephen will interview someone connected to the world of horse racing or cricket.
Newmarket is the home of horse racing. One club making giant strides is Newmarket Cricket Club, who last season won promotion to the Cambs and Hunts Premier League Division 1. Before last season, in episode 57, I spoke to their captain, Mark Nunn, and star batsman, Maxford Pipe. In this episode, I was joined by one of last season's leading bowlers, Freddie Statham, and new recruit, Connor Hotham from Australia, who also rides out for David Simcock. Welcome to the show, Freddie and Connor.
Welcome.
Thanks very much for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Good to have you both on. I won't mention the Ashes. Well, me and Freddie won't mention the Ashes. So.
I've got all the time in the world to talk about the Ashes if you want to.
All the T20 World Cup. Well, we'll start with you, Freddie, about last season, a reformed club, and you dramatically won promotion to Cambs and Hunts Premier Division 1 on the last day of the season. What was that last day like?
It was pretty special. I mean, we went into our last game against Blenheim knowing that we had to get a result. Probably didn't cover ourselves in glory when we went out to bat, and had a bit of a chat before we went out to bowl and managed to do something there. And then obviously on the last game of the season, it was all on Blenheim against Foxton, and the result went our way. Obviously, probably wouldn't have been how we liked it. Would have liked to have wrapped it up, but yeah, it was fantastic to go up, and that was always the aim.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Was it crucial for the club to go up in the first season?
Absolutely, I think that was always the aim. I mean, we are a newly formed club. We had 3 players in December, but once we started building the squad out, I think everyone kind of got behind the goal of gaining promotion, and that's definitely what we're aiming to be a Division 1 club going forward.
Thanks for that. Let's go across to Connor. I just want to talk to both of you actually about your own cricketing backgrounds. So, Connor, we know you come from Australia, but where do you come from, and where have you played your cricket?
So I come from a place called Bathurst in Australia. It's about 3 hours west of Sydney in New South Wales. And I've played all my cricket in that local town because obviously Australia is a huge country for cricket. So there's plenty to play where you are, and it's a good level of cricket. So I played basically in Bathurst, and I represented Bathurst as well and travelled around New South Wales for them.
Well, Bathurst is known for car racing, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Yeah, we have a quite a well-known racetrack there, Mount Panorama, and they have a few big races there. But a lot of people over here don't seem to know about it. Yeah, I mean, it's huge, obviously, in Australia, but we are also a massive sporting town, to be honest. Bathurst, a lot of elite athletes have come out of our town. So are you
a batsman or a bowler, or both?
I'm a batsman. I try to bat anyway.
And why did you choose Newmarket?
So obviously, I was working here through the horses, and I had a mate, Jordan Smith, who was already in the club. And he played last year, and he said, "Can you play?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, come down to training and see how you go." I said, "I haven't played for a while." And then, after a few sessions, I sort of got the bug back, and the boys were like really keen for me to get going. So yeah, I latched on, and now I'm fully committed now. It's like I never left the game, to be honest.
And Freddie, where did you play cricket before you came to Newmarket?
So I've been kind of all around. I played my first adult cricket for Halstead, and then I went over to Bury, which is where I first met Mark. And then I went to Worlington, and then I had a bit of a break over COVID. And then Mark gave me a call and said, "Hey, this is what we're doing." And I thought, yeah, that sounds like a good place to be.
Well, I'll open it up to both of you. How much are you both looking forward to the 2022 season?
Massively, obviously, massive. For me, obviously, I haven't played season for a little while. Freddie's obviously played last year, so pretty keen to get into it and sort of, cement a spot in the side and do a bit of a job for the boys. So.
Yeah, I can't wait. I think it's going to be a cracking season. We've got a great bunch, and really looking forward to getting started.
And Freddie, you've signed some new players. Who have you signed?
Yeah, we've signed. We've actually had a good season, off season in terms of signing players. We've got Joe Heather as one of the Burwell refugees, which has been a fantastic sign-in. We've got May Chowdhury over from Haverhill. And his batting looks absolutely fantastic from what we've seen in the pre-season so far. And then we've also got a couple of guys over from Foxton, Jensen Hendry and Andre Fuller as well. So they will hopefully come in and strengthen the side. So we're really excited to have those guys on board. And I think they fitted in really well.
You've still got a core of players from last season. I know you've still got Maxford, haven't you?
We still do have Max, and you've got Mark, Ziaf, and those guys still around as well. We only lost one first team player from last season, and bringing these guys in is a fantastic thing for the club. Not only have we got some great blokes and good cricketers, but it's going to create competition this year for places, which is ultimately no bad thing.
And have you both been having winter nets?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So we've sort of netted every week. Well, I have anyway since sort of January, haven't we? January, December.
Yeah. Club's been fantastic, but from putting it on every Saturday from January. So we've had a pretty full winter and 3 pre-season games. Will be 3 pre-season games before the season starts as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So you feel you're ready for the start of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. Yeah, tomorrow will be a really good test for me personally, just to spend a bit more time out in the middle again and get back into it. But I felt quite nice last week when we played, and obviously the boys are such a good group of lads. You feel comfortable, as soon from the word go sort of thing. Like I didn't ever feel like I was on the outside or anything like that. So it's been it's been awesome from the start, to be honest.
You're used to the weather though, Connor, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, the place I come from in Australia is actually, the weather's very similar to Newmarket. Like it snows in the winter, but our summers will be a lot hotter. But when you work, so I worked in Randwick, which is in the city, and the rain there is nothing compared to, the rain here is nothing compared to the rain there. We get coastal storms and stuff like that. The rain here is not anywhere near as bad, to be honest.
And Freddie, are you aiming for promotion or consolidation this season?
I think, we recognise we're going to come up against some really established teams and some cracking players in there. Of course, we want to do the best we can, and minimum be a Division 1 club. So if we can finish mid-table and push for the upper sections, then we'll be absolutely delighted.
And there's always a chance of the playoffs, isn't there? Because 4 teams go in the playoffs at the end of the season.
Well, never say never. But obviously, I think the plan is to cement our place in Division 1 to start with.
What about your own bowling? 34 league wickets last season, just behind skipper Mark Nunn with 42.
Yeah, obviously it was great to have some personal success. Would love to replicate something like that this year, but it's all about doing the job for the team and being up for whatever's required of me, whether that's bowling first change and tying an end up, or bowling at the death. That's what it's all about. And I think all the lads want to chip in, and that's really what we're aiming for this season.
How has the wicket played since you've moved to the Severals?
The wicket has been fantastic. I mean, we did a lot of work with Parker's pitches in the season, or in the part leading up to the season last year, and it's been fantastic. And we've done more work as well in the off season. We've been very lucky. We've got a couple of people who kind of have maintained the pitch and looked after it, so we're confident that this year it's going to play even better.
Because the Jockey Club estates, they sort of manage it as well, don't they?
Yeah, the Jockey Club do the outfield for us, which has been a massive help in maintaining that. And then we've got a few people and some of the lads who look after the wicket.
And Connor, because I've got a cricket and horse racing podcast here, I wanted to talk to you a little about your racing connections. You're working at David Simcock's. How did that come about?
So originally, the assistant trainer there was a guy from Australia called Rob Archibald, and I used to work with him at Gay Waterhouses. And I always really wanted to travel to England, and I got into contact with him and said, "Is there any jobs going there?" He said, "Absolutely, come over." I didn't really know what to expect, but I knew it's still racing, and it's a whole different industry and it's something to learn. So it's going to be a good challenge. But yeah, I sort of fell in love with it as I've come over here. The way that we train here and just the lifestyle for the horses is, I think, a lot nicer for a horse to live in this sort of a location that is for a city.
Certainly the home of racing at Newmarket.
It certainly is, yeah. There's nothing else like it in the world, to be honest. We don't really know how lucky we are sometimes to ride out around the heath here.
So when did you start at David Simcock's?
Would have been about 4 years ago. I don't know exactly the year. It would have been 2018, 2019.
Oh, so you've been here quite a while then, yeah.
Yeah, on and off. I've been sort of here and back home and stuff like that. And now I'm sort of, I've signed on for a sponsorship, which is 4 years. So that's to do my residency after that. So this will be a good stint now. I'll be here for a while. So that's why I decided to get back into the cricket and stuff like that and get a bit of a social thing like that.
And how many lots do you ride out a day?
4. We're usually on 4. Is a good number for us. Sometimes 5, depending on how busy we are. But yeah, 4 is our number.
Well, I'm recording this on the 22nd, and David had quite a good day today when his horse Cash came second in the classic trial.
Yeah, he's quite an exciting horse for us, to be honest. He's a really, really nice horse, and they do have a really good opinion of him. And he ran really well today. He was a bit of a boy before the race. I'm not sure if you saw it. He wasn't. He sort of got a bit of a mind of his own. He's a bit of a playboy, and he didn't really want to go on the gates with all the others. But then once you got him in there, he ran an absolute blinder, to be honest.
No, he was coming fast at the finish, wasn't he?
Yeah, just one more stride or just put his head down at the right time and he wins. So, but at least he's going the right way, and the boss has got a few really nice ones in this year. So hopefully it'll be an exciting year.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that actually, and Freddie might perk up. I don't know whether he likes racing, but have you got a horse for us to follow at your stable for this season?
So obviously Cash would be one of our main ones. We also have Light Infantry. He's going to run in the Guineas. He's quite exciting as well. And then we have a filly, Chinchi. She's quite exciting. And Ad Infinitum. We've got a few really nice fillies, to be honest. Which he always does well with his fillies. He really looks after his horses and does it. He never pushes them and stuff like that. So he always seems to get the best out of his fillies, to be honest.
Well, we'll look out for them. You will be able to get time off to play cricket, won't you, on Saturdays?
Yeah, as much as I can. It'll work out okay. We do one in 3 weekends anyway, so I do get a fair bit of time off in the weekends. But obviously, the summertime is our racing season, so it can be very busy. But I like to be busy, so.
Well, just keeping on the racing theme, and just to involve Freddie as well. Last season, you had Michael Holding come down the club before the game against Wearsley. What was it like meeting up with Michael Holding, Freddie?
Oh, it's a legend. You hear so much about him. You've watched him bowl. And then to see him standing there, it's amazing for everyone who was there that day. For him to be connected to Newmarket, everyone is involved in the club. Thought that was just fantastic, and hopefully we'll get to see him down at the Severals this season.
Well, let's hope so. He's great friends with Sir Michael Stout, so hope he will still come back to Newmarket during the summer. Talking about the cricket, Freddie, how many teams have you got playing this season at Newmarket?
We have 3 weekend teams. 2 teams play on a Saturday, our first 11 and second 11 sides. We have a Sunday side, and we also play in a midweek league, which takes place on a Wednesday. There's plenty of opportunities for people of all abilities to participate and play cricket. And you look into the future, we're hoping that next year we'll be able to field a junior side. And we also have plans to form a ladies team. So cricket is well and truly back at Newmarket.
So plenty of opportunities for people to play cricket in Newmarket.
Plenty of opportunities for people to play, and this is what's been so good. We've had people come to the club. Obviously, we've had some sign-ins. People who have been able to come in, like Connor, and able to fit in kind of anywhere and get an opportunity to play cricket.
And you've also got some youth cricket planned as well, and coaching, haven't you?
Yeah, so the youth cricket is a big focus for Newmarket. I mean, having set up last year, obviously it's been very difficult to attract children who've gone on to play at other clubs because there wasn't a youth section in Newmarket. But now we've formed that under John Maynard, whose coaching credentials kind of speak for himself, and with a lot of involvement from now the first teamers to encourage youths to come play for at Newmarket. We think it's going to be fantastic this year to hopefully see that section grow, and that's definitely our emphasis. They are the future, not just of cricket, but the club as well.
And you've got regular sessions, haven't you?
Yeah, we have junior training from 6 to 8 p.m. every Friday for children aged between 5 and 15. Obviously, all abilities are welcome, and people can sign up to junior training either on our website or by emailing juniors@newmarketcricketclub.co.uk.
It's very important because, there's been quite a few local clubs in the Cambridgeshire area folding, and youth cricket really is the key to keeping cricket, a focus of young people, really.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is our emphasis for the club, very much so, to as well for players who've been able to play last year, to give back as well to the youth section and helping the coaching and development. So we're really excited to see that grow and continue to grow.
And for a new club, you've attracted a lot of support from local businesses. Can you let listeners know the support you've had from them?
Yeah, the support we've had has been fantastic, and it's really been down to I think a fantastic social media presence that we've got.
Yeah, you've got a fabulous sort of setup on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and the website, haven't you?
Yeah, we do, and that's really attracted sponsors and also players as well, which has really helped to grow the club.
So, Freddie, you've also had very good support from local businesses in the ways of sponsorship and also player sponsorship, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been fantastic. Probably too many sponsors to name off, so apologies to them. But the player sponsorship has been a fantastic initiative, and a lot of players in the squad have been sponsored. So I've been lucky enough to be sponsored by P&B Flooring. Connor?
I got sponsored by actually quite good friends of mine at the Prince of Wales. So yeah, it was awesome by them, and they always support me. So it's cool to hopefully they'll be tied to me throughout the year. So if I score runs, they'll get their name out there. So hopefully I can score a few runs for them.
And presumably details of all the sponsors are on the club's website.
Yeah, all the details are on social media and the website as well, so people can go check it out.
And I've also got a question for both of you, actually. It's from someone you know very well. It's from Mark Nunn. And he wanted to ask you both, what's the best thing about being part of Newmarket Cricket Club?
I'll let Freddie go first.
You want me to go first? I think what the best part of being part of Newmarket is a flat structure. I mean, I've played a lot of different clubs, and the thing that really strikes me about Newmarket is that you have access to the decision makers of the club, and they're very transparent with what they do, and the reason they make decisions. They explain to the members why. And that is fantastic, and that's all you can ask for a club to feel involved, and everyone's opinion matters. There's no sort of first team, second team, Sunday team. We are one club, and I think that's really, really important.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Freddie basically summed it up exactly how I would as well. Not to steal his words out of his mouth, but yeah, exactly right. Like, they're so transparent. I was blown away when I first came to the club that they're only a year old. They're so professional, and everything's done so well, and they're so looked after already, and the management's fantastic, and they do such a great job to, it's a club vibe. It's not just one team, one person, and all this sort of stuff. It's like you say, like, we played heaps of cricket with heaps of different teams, and it's like you walked into a team that's been around for 20 years almost. They're very very established, very professional, and very exciting to honestly be a part of the club. So hopefully I can be here for a few years and play a lot of cricket for the club, because it's only going to get bigger and better, I think.
Well, it sounds like a good question from this Mr. Mark Nunn there. We'll have to go back to him on that one. Your first league game then is on Saturday, the 30th of April, against Old Leysians, who actually got promoted with you last season. The very best of luck for that first game. Let's hope the weather keeps... I don't know whether you can say warm and dry, but hopefully it's going to keep dry for another week. And the best of luck to both of you for the new season, and thank you for being on the show.
Thank you very
much for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to The Paddock and the Pavilion. You can download the show on Apple Podcasts,
Amazon Music,
SoundCloud, Stitcher and Spotify.
Follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram at The Pad and Pav. Don't forget, if you like the show, please do leave us a rating and review.
Sports Social Podcast Network.
A fraction of a raindrop, 3 grains of salt. At up to 100 times more potent than morphine, the tiniest amount of illegal fentanyl is all it takes to cause an overdose. Fentanyl can be mixed into heroin, cocaine, pressed pills, meth, and other drugs. It could be in your drugs, and you wouldn't be able to see it, taste it, or smell it. Learn more at cdc.gov/stop overdose.